The communists, Marxists, and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Good morning, everyone. It's July 22nd, 2025. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning. It's a beautiful day so far out here in Florida. Hope you guys are feeling it as well where you are. We are going to go over some things on the West Coast. I know Oregon has been battling some fires, so we're going to look into that. We're also going to look into the latest news about I think is it Gizlane Maxwell. Pam Bondi just made an announcement. So I'm going to start with that first. Before we get into things, I am going to do a full reading on it, on what to expect. I'm sure you guys have already heard the news, but I'm going to share screen with this, that Pam Bondi just announced she is meeting with Gizlane Maxwell to expose the truth about Jeffrey Epstein. A truly unprecedented move. Bondi seeks to find uncharged third parties and further evidence of Epstein's child trafficking operation. So I'm sure you guys heard about this, but, I do question, should we trust, Pam Bondi, a part of that meeting, I'm sure. I mean, she's making the announcement, but whoever's a part of that meeting, can we really trust them? The members in the administration, we know that there's a lot of rats that are still involved. But as we also know, and this is what I want to investigate this morning with using my beautiful tools here with the cards and just intuitive knowing and what comes through, I want to know about who can we truly trust these people, right? They could be trying to cover up for the FBI, the CIA. So that's what I want to look into, the trust, and how it's going to go. How's it going to play out? But anyway, it says Bondi has also ordered further disclosure from the FBI and the DOJ. And therefore, at the direction of Attorney General Bondi, I've communicated with counsel for Ms. Maxwell to determine whether she would be willing to speak with prosecutors from the department. I anticipate meeting with Ms. Maxwell in the coming days. Until now, no administration on behalf of the department had inquired about her willingness to meet with the government. That changes now. So as on the show, it was on Sunday with Jason, we got into it, and I might have been on that the Tuesday before too, but we did discover through our readings that yes, this is gonna go down, that they would make some type of deal with her as well, that there's some behind the scenes deal. I do believe it was Sunday actually. So if you missed Sunday's show, you guys should go watch it. It was pretty good. But we did get into it then. And then right after the show, and we had talked about Obama, and a lot of you probably saw the cool little reels that StreamYard and YouTube released, those reels. So we got into Obama as well. And, this was before Trump posted that really hilarious video, AI video of Obama getting arrested. So they kind of, it was really fitting for our show. Jason texted me and said, hey, maybe Trump was watching our show, which would be so cool. But the timing of it was just funny, and it was hilarious. I'm sure you all saw it by now. But really cool. Things are happening. Justice will be definitely, that's happening this fall. I mean, that's happening now. It's unrolling now. But I think by the fall, we should see a lot of this, hitting the ground, and we're going to see arrests. We're going to see the arrests happen. Pre-recorded or not, this happened maybe years ago, but I do believe, we're going to start to see all the justice. It's going to be really fun. So as you see in the thumbnail, we are taking questions. So it is a live Q&A. And Tuesdays and Thursdays will be the new solo shows. And then Sundays, every Sunday with Jason. So you can find us all right here on our Candace Shores on YouTube. Rumble, for some reason, it keeps dropping off. So I kind of gave up on Rumble again. It just drops off as soon as you hit live. It just goes away. So forget it. So you can always find us right here on YouTube, though. It always seems to stick. But yeah, that's the schedule. Tuesdays, Thursdays for me, and then me and Jason on Sundays. So get your questions together. Super chats are always welcome. I do have some ahead. A lot of you that were inquiring, I do have some of your questions that you already gave to me. So here's one, very good. And then we will get back into the Gizlane Maxwell subject as well. But I want to start here and do a few other things first. So this one is about August 1st. Now, a lot of us have heard, that August 1st, that, the Doge checks have gone through Congress. That's all in alignment. August 1st is said to be a huge day for U.S. citizens when it comes to financials. So let's ask it. Is it true that August 1st, 2025, the day before solar eclipse, will it be debt forgiveness and financial relief for the U.S. citizens? Let's take a look into this first. Hot topic, and we know that everybody needs this right now. We need to know. We need the relief, U.S. citizens. Here we go. August 1st, 2025, the energy around August 1st. Will this be a major debt forgiveness and financial relief for U.S. citizens to receive? Here we go. Wow. Okay, so a lot of you that already know like tarot or guidance cards in general, 6 is balance, and the 6 is also, this is about receiving. You see how he has this bowl of gold and he's ready to distribute, and like these people down here, they don't know that he's going to give it to them, but he does. So he's about to give, he's about to help. If there is one card in a whole 78, which mine actually have 80 cards deck, this would be the card to receive, to pull, to be telling you that yes, debt forgiveness, financial relief is coming. And we're asking about August 1st, 2025. This is like the card to get. Let's see what else we get, okay? Pulling cards here. Let's take a look. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So that couldn't be more clear. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. For those of you that read, you know that this would be a grand, huge, big yes, absolutely. So let me look a little deeper. Let's deep dive. So are we talking about debt forgiveness when it comes to credit cards, mortgages, all that kind of stuff, right? Let's take a look. Financials, like, school loans, all that kind of stuff. Baggage. Here we go. 6 of Cups, another 6 of Cups. So yeah, that's a more balanced energy again, and that's to help relieve the debt crisis in your personal lives. Absolutely. Knight of Wands, and then the Death card itself to end it, end the debt, especially with all the exposure going on, because all this exposure has been, all the government, all the 3-letter agencies, I have to be careful, but the one that starts with the I ends with an S. Yeah, they've been taking advantage of us, the citizens, for years, for decades. So absolutely. And I'm hearing giving back to the people. That's coming through, giving back to the people. Death card, the ending of, like, the actual announcement ending. That is what we're getting here. That is near. Scorpio energy too. I love Scorpios, but Scorpions, the actual scorpion, that is how the government has treated the people. They've been scorpions. They've done some dark things underneath and hidden a lot of things, right, in the dark. So that's exactly what's happening here. We're taking out the dark, and the people will have their power back. That's exactly what this is. And that's exactly what the Age of Aquarius is all about. People taking back their power. Also people coming together, like all of us here, coming back as a collective against the agencies, against the dark, light versus the dark. So absolutely. So August 1st, we have a lot to look forward to. I believe that falls on a Tuesday. I just want to see real quick. I'm looking at my calendar here. Let's see, August 1st. Oh, no, sorry. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. Let me get back to the screen here. Okay, so it's a Friday, August 1st. Very cool. Be a really great weekend celebrating that for sure. All right, so that was the reading for the financials. Let's move forward now. And I do have a beautiful gift from Donna Upton. Thank you so much. If you have a question, please send in your question. It's not highlighting you on the screen. Let's see if I try it this way. There we go. Thank you so much, Donna Upton. But yeah, if you do have a question, feel free, throw it in the live chat. I'll keep my eye out for it for sure. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. That really helps the channel, helps us going. Keep going. Let's take a look at the next question that we have. Let's see. So here's another interesting one. Okay, so now we're going into August. We did August 1st. That looks awesome. We're excited for that one. Now, what about the last week of August? Okay, I would say there's about 3 of you that have come to me. So I'm like, hey, I better ask this question because you guys are feeling it. Your intuition is telling you something about the last week of August or the last quarter of August 2025. Will there be the EAS, the EBS, whatever you want to call it, that sort of thing? Is that going to happen the last week of August 2025? Yes or no? Here we go. We have the King of Wands and we have the Queen of Cups. So it could be even a little bit sooner than that, but this is a yes. Let's see what else we have. Sun card and the Page of Wands. So the Sun card, you have to kind of tie in astrology with this. Leo is ruled by the sun. Sun card would be more Leo than anything. So I would believe that this is before Leo season ends. So yes, towards the end of August. I don't know the exact date of when Leo ends. I could look it up right now. But it's towards the end of Leo season before it turns into Virgo. Because this is screaming Leo. That's all fire. King of Wands, Sun card, it's fire. Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, more fire as well. So I would say that that's definitely towards the end of Leo season. It's happening in Leo season for sure. I mean, according to this reading and what I'm picking up. So yes, I would say that's a yes. But probably not the last week because that's Virgo. So it'd be before it turns into Virgo. And we'll check further. We'll do further readings on that as we go. I'm going to take a look in that live chat and just make sure, if there's any other questions, especially from Miss Donna Upton, if you had a question. Just taking a look. Here we go. Here she is. Is John McGaffy alive, and will he blow the 2020 wide open? So back in the day when me and Jason had our first Arcana Shores channel, this is the second Arcana Shores channel, but the first channel that we had, yes, we did a huge deep dive on this. There's one of our first weeks doing our shows. So John McGaffy is still alive. I have done recent polls on this as well. So yes, he's still alive. So let's just ask the question though, is he soon going to blow the 2020 wide open? Is he going to come forward to do this? Here we go. We have the Nine of Wands. Oh yeah, he's waiting. What I'm hearing is he's waiting for the right opportunity. And then there's the Eight of Pentacles. So he's waiting for more things to come to the surface, accumulate, and then he's going to pounce. We've got the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, he is holding back at this time and waiting for the right moment. So it's just not his chess play yet. It's not his turn right now. But let me see if it's happening, because we're getting into August and then September, October. So, the fall season. Is this going to happen in the fall season of 2025? Here we go. Page of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Water. So our next water sign would be Scorpio. Scorpio happens to be in the fall. Two of Swords, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, to show all the betrayal of the systems and yes, so absolutely, he's going to show a lot. He has a lot of goods on everybody, so absolutely. He is alive. We've already done that for sure several times. He's alive and he's coming forward. I'm gonna pull that this is for Scorpio season. That's what I'm gonna roll with for sure. How exciting. Yes, and great question. I love that question. It's awesome. Let's see anything else out there. And let's see. Oh, I love everyone's here. We've got Leslie Butler in the house. Connie's always here. We got 11 Melisande 11. Mary Jean. Let's see if they arrest. Oh, bummer. There might be protests from the libs. Oh, I'm sure. They're going to throw a hissy fit whenever they can. For whatever reason that they can. Oh, yeah. But good one. Definitely. I bet they will. Let's see what else is out there. I love seeing everybody and seeing where you're coming from as well. We've got Brandy Lee out there coming in late, but you're here. Hello from Mansfield, Ohio. So great to see you. Great to see you too. Hope California was doing awesome for you and your family. Yeah, California was, it still has its things going on. They still need a lot of relief when it comes to like smog. I noticed the smog was, worse than normal, but it's okay. California will resurrect itself, and it's still a gorgeous place despite that. And it was nice. It was a very nice time. I had a beautiful time, especially with my little niece and my brother. It was just so beautiful and so fun and laughing all the time. It's so cool. It was the best time. I can't wait to go back. So I'm looking into going back pretty soon, actually. Let's see. Anything else out there? You guys can feel free to throw your questions in the chat. I will be taking whatever, whoever Spirit leads me to choose. That's what I'm going to do. I will just choose you if I feel guided to. But I am going to address what we're going to do here is JFK Jr. We're going to address this. This comes in all the time. So what I did was I kind of wrapped up a lot of your questions that you guys kind of ask all the time. And just put it up there. So several of you send me emails, and JFK Jr. is always about him. So is he still alive? Yes. I've pulled on this a lot. And I know it's hard to watch every show, but yes, he's still alive. But is he coming forward this fall to speak? As we know, the fall is really heating up. There's so many things unraveling. So is fall the time that we will get to see JFK Jr. come forward and actually speak and actually really get into some things, catch up with everybody. Here we go. We have the Magician. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, he's been a trickster. He's also been working behind the scenes in disguise, double agent, I'm feeling too. And then we have the Justice card. So yes, huge justice coming. Truth bombs, everything. So he is coming forward to speak. Let me ask, I know Spirit doesn't like to give us time frames. I usually just kind of gauge it off of the astrology with the cards. But let's see, what is the time frame from Spirit? Zodiac time frame. Any hints that they could give us for JFK Jr. to speak, to drop truth bombs? Here we go. Four of Cups. Wow, okay. They're showing me fire. It could be soon. It could be Leo season, and then there's water, and then more fire. So it's going to happen. I think, let me just ask, is this Leo season? Leo season might be pretty heavy. That's August. That's now, into July and then into August. Knight of Swords, more fire, Tower card, and then the Gemini. Gemini card is collaboration for him. So yeah, he's collaborating to come back. This is a Gemini card as well, the Knight of Swords. So Geminis are known for communication, speaking their truth, and if it hurts people's feelings, they don't really care. But Gemini is slashing and clashing when they speak. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to take action and just come forward. And yeah, absolutely. He's collaborating. He'll be a collaboration with someone. Tower card to actually, that's going to really bring down the deep state, really expose a lot of stuff. So I feel like he might be the trump card. I honestly do. I think that JFK Jr. is the trump card or one of the trump cards. So very cool. I'm excited for that. That looks awesome. Slashing and clashing is what I heard. It's going to be huge. Let's see. Leslie Butler's asking a cool question. Do you need to ask them if it is for 2025, or do you do that when you start pulling the cards? You don't normally have to, because what Spirit is on this timeline with us, we're asking about right here, right now, for this upcoming fall or this Leo season, what I'm talking about. So you don't have to. I already set the intentions before each show, each reading, even when I do personal readings. That is for this timeline. I also don't read, no reader can really get information that's like a year from right now. So it would have to be right now or within the next 6 months. Hence why I give out the 6-month readings, but you can't really go further than that. It's too soon to actually see that when you're using a tool. Now, you can channel the information, really meditate on it, but that's not something you can do in a personal reading. It would have to be a process of meditation, like a whole day to take and really meditate on something. But great question. I appreciate that. But no, it's in this timeline and it's right now. So Leo season as of right now. Spirit is well aware of that. But thank you. It's important to address that because a lot of people probably wonder that all the time. Let's take a look. So this one I wanted to do. This is one of the biggest ones. You know, we started off the show talking about this, about the Gizlane, however you say her name, Maxwell meeting. All right, Pam Bondi just announced that they're going to do this. But how can we trust them? How can we we trust Trump, but how can we trust the people, you know, that are being told to do this, that are a part of this meeting? And if Pam Bondi is a part of it, I already just don't trust it. There's something about her I just don't trust. But honestly, let's take a look into this. You know, let's give it a fair shot. Let's do a full reading on this, deep dive. I'm going to gather my cards and shuffle them. And let's do this. Let's take a look. This is a big one. Can we trust the members of the administration to do the Gizlane Maxwell meeting? How will this play out? Energy reading, CIA, FBI, not to be trusted, all deep state, as we know. All right, so will there be, like, I feel like they're going to be protecting, like, the people that are interviewing her and questioning her are going to be also protecting certain people, certain individuals. There's a lot of blackmail going on. I can already sense that. I don't need tools for that. There's a lot of blackmail going on. This also, something like this never happened before. And you know, we have a great administration now, but a lot of the people in it are still very corrupt, still very dark. So that's where I'm going with this. You know, this never happened before, but now it wants to happen now. So is this a setup? Is this a setup? And how is this going to play out? Here we go. So it's happening relatively soon, too. I would say within the next couple of weeks. Early August, possibly, which isn't even 2 weeks away. 6 of Cups, Enlightenment, 10 of Pentacles. So there is going to be a breakdown. This is all about the children, the money, the trafficking, the dirty trade industry of children and sex trafficking. Then we have the Knight of Cups. We have transformation, 3 of Wands. All right. So, yeah, there's a lot of truth that will be spoken, that will be coming out. But also there's going to be underlying secrets that are not going to be coming out. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. It's the right questions. I feel like the right questions will not be asked. But there will be a degree of them telling on themselves. So those 3-letter big agencies, CIA, FBI, even parts of the DOJ, so some of them, will actually be telling on themselves. There's a sense of completion there. They're also going to stick together on some cases, on some questions and answers. So there's a lot of rehearsed energy here. Because the 2 of Cups would be that they're joined together in agreement on some things. So there is a deal that's been made. Okay. So it might not go as well as we want it to go, is what I'm saying. I feel like that there is a cover-up aspect of this. Knight of Swords. But there's also a very revealing one. You know, I think this is the time that CIA, FBI members will be going down, but also the DOJ, which we're going to see some true colors come through and know who the bad ones are. You know, so this is good. It is, they're going to tell on themselves, but also I feel like it's not really going to be that fair because I feel like they've there's a pre-agreement on this. There's a rehearsed energy around this. Any questions about this, throw it up there in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. Here's from Connie Phillips. What 8 nuts and flakes or fruit has been said about Callie. Oh my goodness, you're funny. Here's Ellie saying, wonder if they will hook Maxwell up to a lie detector. That's not a bad idea. I feel like if they do that, they should definitely televise it and show the people transparency. Let's see it. Let's see. Great question, Ellie. Here we go. 7 of Pentacles. So I don't think she'll agree to it. So there won't be an agreement to it because she's trying to cover because she said things in the past. So she's trying to stick to that. And then she's also getting a lot of pressure, about truth that they know she's lying about. So there's a lot of conflict there, a push and pull energy. She's in a pickle. They've got her right where they want her. She's in a pickle. Yeah, but she's going to have to betray those that she promised. I feel like there's been a promise years ago not to expose certain facts. But certain facts that were disclosed, she is going to come forward and tell the truth about some, because there's been so many lies about all of this. So she is going to come forward with some truth, but not the complete truth. She is still covering for people that she made deals with prior. So yeah, I would love a lie detector, force her to do it. They should just force her to do it. But there's a lot of conflict around that. So I don't know if they'll go ahead with it because there is this it's that energy of rehearsal. Let's see. Leslie Butler says, maybe the deal will be those people who are trying to save their reputations in the public eye. Of course it is. Yep. Let's see. So the Epstein Debacle is a sting operation to expose the darkest still in the alphabet agencies. I feel something is not right about Bondi. Exactly. That's what I feel too. And that's what the cards and what I was picking up too before I pulled the cards. This is like it's a chess move. It's a big chess move to let the baddies expose themselves, and it's kind of trickery in a way to make them expose themselves. It's a setup and it's good. But I do feel that we're going to kind of be disappointed with it. I do. I think there's a little bit of disappointment that's going to come through. But it's going to be obvious to most of us, most people. It's going to be obvious that they were dodging certain topics and certain questions and facts. There's some dodging going on, for sure. But thank you, Worried for America. I like your little profile picture, too. Very cool. Let's see, 11, Melisande 11, City of London. Are they also involved? You've heard that they're involved. Let's see. The City of London involved. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. All right. So, yeah, they're a part of the trafficking. So, yeah, it's going to tell us a yes regardless because they're a part of the trafficking. They're a part of the very deep state connections. So yes, absolutely. Let's see. I thought something else was out there. That's correct, Donna Upton. The royal family, very evil. Yeah, absolutely. The Vatican. It all leads back to the Vatican. Very bad. Live, love, and learn naturally. Kristen, a lot of celebrities are dying. Are they taking themselves out because they know the truth is coming out? I think it's a little bit of both. I believe that a lot of their deaths aren't actually happening. But then I do believe the ones that are real deaths, yeah, they are. They're making sure that they leave before they get in major trouble and have to witness their name and reputation go down. But we all know most 99.9% of them are all involved. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else is out there. But thank you all for being here. This is great. And you know what I wanted to do? Here's one. Yeah, Canada. I wanted to kind of highlight you guys a little bit too. So Canadians, you're saying it would be nice of Canadians to get debt relief, but being under a communist rule probably won't happen. That's not true. I do believe that as you've seen with a lot of things, like Canada usually does get with the program. They get the ball rolling after the U.S. a lot of times. So I just think it's not your time yet, but it will happen. You guys kind of follow us in some things, some aspects, but it's usually after the U.S. does things. But let me do a quick poll for you guys, for the Canadians. We have a lot of sweet Canadians out there that watch. So this is for you. Let's just take a look at your debt forgiveness and debt relief. Here we go. Death and rebirth. Death card, the Emperor. So you guys just have to have a lot of your administrations, leaders, they have to be ended. They have to be prosecuted, ended, taken out, all that stuff, death card. So yeah, you guys still are in the cleanup phases. And we are too. We still have a lot of cleanup too. But ours is more of a chess game of exposure and then cleanup and then get rid of them. But I feel like Canada will also do that. You do have freedom here. The Arcana card itself is about freedom and evolving. So that would be it too. So you guys just have a few more phases to go through. That's all. It's just not quite time yet, but it will happen. Definitely will happen. But yeah, you guys are awesome. You know what? I also want to change the show just a little bit and go more spiritual for a second. I think we all could use this. But as we're upgrading, we've got the solar eclipse coming up as well. We've got the new moon coming up, all of it. We're in really high energy right now. Quick changes are happening in your lives, personal lives, career, relationships. But you're upgrading, whether you know it or not. You might feel symptoms. You might start to feel kind of sick some days, or low energy, or super high energy. But a lot of upgrades are happening. We spoke about this on Sunday's show. Me and Jason we did a segment on it. But what I would like to do today is take the time, since I will be back on Thursday. But I know that the energies and the astrology right now, what's happening today and until Thursday, there is a shift, another shift. I don't know if it's a solar flash or if it's just a shift in consciousness. But I do sense that it is happening. But so what I'm going to do for everybody, it's a prayer to Metatron. We often do this sometimes, but a prayer to Metatron just is for everybody watching now, watching later, or the replay. Metatron, Archangel of Ascension, thank you for coming to me and to everyone who's watching and everyone who will watch this later. Thank you for coming to all of us with your energy that goes beyond time and space. As we know in heaven, there is no time and space. As your magenta, indigo, and crystalline rays surround my being and the being of all who are watching and who are with me right now, our souls adjust to the here and the now, and we find purpose in the present, and we allow divine guidance to carry us forward. Our chakras are aligned with love, and we prepare to create heaven on earth. And so it is. And I just wanted to do that. I felt called to do that today. Because there's between now and Thursday, there's something that's going to elevate you, upgrade you. You're going to feel a little bit different about something. It's almost like a shock in consciousness, a shock in your perspectives. So whether that's going to affect your love life, your family life, your business, your career, something shifts. And I'm telling you, it's happening between now and Thursday. So let's take a look. I am going to pull cards just for a message for today, and also a card from Eternal Connections. But let's see, what is the message, on a personal level that we all need to hear today? Interpersonal. Here we go. We have the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, crossroads. Decisions. Setting intentions for the new start. Like, everybody is about to venture on a whole new chapter here. Like I said, whatever department that resonates in your life. Two of Wands. So you're being called, and there's a vision I'm getting right now of masses amount of people walking to the forefront of this. It's almost like Judgment Day, but we're all here to make a decision. And when you get to the top of that line, it's like everybody's being asked, what's your decision? And then they go this way or they go that way. That's just what I'm picturing right now. That's the vision coming to me. There are tons of people, and it looks like it's a beautiful desert area that I see. Tons of people walking up, not in a line either. They're just walking up as a big group, but then they single out people one at a time, and they're making a decision, and they're either going right or left. And no, it's not political. It's just they're going either direction that they choose. But that's the vision that I'm getting right now. So something between Tuesday and Thursday, a shock in consciousness that is going to change your whole direction and set you up. So it's fateful, for the years to come. What you're doing within the next couple of days, what you're deciding to do or plant seeds with, it's a big deal for your upcoming years. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that vision is or why I'm getting it. other than I'm on a live show and I better just say it. So that's wild. But it's beautiful. It's positive. And you know what? Since we're talking about upgrades and everything and symptoms, if you are feeling symptoms or low energy or high energy, the best way to cope with that, if you just don't feel that great about it, you just have to get outside. Nature, animals, spend time with an animal. But that is what's going to help you through this. And that's what the animals are here for too, is to help us heal, to help us grow and evolve. They already are at a higher consciousness, So if you join with them, they get it. They absorb negative emotions that you might be going through that are human, because negative emotions are human. Ego is human, and we're not. We're spiritual beings in a human experience. So that's, if you didn't know that and you're struggling right now, I'm telling you, go bond with an animal. If you have one, if your friend has one, that's who you need to spend time with or get outside. Both, all of it. But that was the message for today that we needed to know interpersonally. Now I'm going to pull from Eternal Connections. This is on my website. This deck was supposed to be a book, but I turned it into cards, as a lot of you know. But here we go. This is to help you unlock and think about something, work on something to enhance your Christ consciousness. Here we go. What is the message we need to hear today? What do we need to look at, reflect on, to open our Christ consciousness? Ooh, the inner conflict. Yeah, it looks like a lot of writing. Like I said, it was supposed to be a book, but it's inner conflict, the spiritual battle, like I just talked about, with the human experience. Because we're spiritual beings that have to experience human things. All right. So a lot of us, like myself, are curious and we want to experience a lot of stuff. But then there's a lot of different spirits that are kind of cautious, which is smart. But here we go. Feelings that things may be unresolved in your heart can be healed by going within and discovering what you need to do in order to feel in alignment. A process of elimination and immediate change of energy must be shifted. You're the only one to heal this turmoil within. If you are in turmoil, which I know there's a lot of people coming to me for one-on-one readings, that there's a lot of turmoil inside going on. Okay, so if you are battling that, and I teach this, it's a process of elimination. I can help you with that too. When you are a spiritual being in a human experience, you forget that in the heavenly realm, these feelings don't exist. So get to the bottom of why you feel this way in this human life and start making changes now, or the universe, God and the angels, will need to awaken you in a way that may be uncomfortable, though it will be the last resort if you do not help yourself. Therefore, it does not feel the most pleasant. And you guys know that. You guys have seen it live with me. Biblical number 13. This is the number for today. It's about rebellion, no peace, dark energy, and self-destruction. All right, so that's the biblical message of the number 13, self-destruction. Don't let it get to that point. If you're in a battle right now, turmoil within, something in your life, someone's energy may be around you that's not good for you, for your highest purpose or good, it's time to let that go, let that piece of this situation, storyline go, so you don't end up self-destructing by holding on to them because you feel bad for them or whatever. That's just an example. A verse to bring comfort, Corinthians 13:4-7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices with truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes and endures all things. That's one of my favorite verses, actually. There are some really good verses, and then there's some that, I don't know, are just not. They're kind of made up to control people. But that's a beautiful one, and I love that, and I do believe that that was purposeful for all humanity, for that one. But yeah, if anyone needed to hear that, even if it's just one person, I know that I'm doing my job. But I love that. I just love that message. It's on the Eternal Connections deck. It is on my website. And because I sometimes forget to share my website, I'm going to do that now. Arcanashores.net is where you can go for a personal reading. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I am now offering, and I'm trying to find where I share screen. They changed it on me. Yeah. Anyway, StreamYard is not always the best, but here we go. So readings with Kristen on arcanashores.net. All right, so I'm now offering a 6-month reading. It's pre-recorded, so you just come to me, you say, hey, I want a reading for the next 6 months. What's going to happen in each month? So I'm doing an energy pull, your energy, maybe something, the biggest thing that's going to happen in that month will come through. And it's beautiful. I've had a lot of you already try it. It's awesome. So it's 6 months. I go, and I'm including the end of July. So the end of July up until January, I'll go through each month and share what I'm getting, what's coming through for your life. You can, and you're more than welcome. If you want to ask a couple of specific topics, you can, but it is not necessary. You can just sign up for it, pick a date, and most likely you'll have the reading before the date you choose. But you don't even have to ask anything. They are just like blind general readings. Whatever's going to come through is going to come through. And sometimes it's more beautiful to do it that way, because then when I get confirmation from you guys, I'm like, wow, that's awesome, because a lot of the things are in sync with what you were already manifesting and planning. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's the 6-month discovery reading for the next 6 months. As you know, it's going to heat up for all of us, not only geopolitically, but in your personal lives. You're going through a lot of major shifts as we evolve as these spiritual beings, and we are remembering who we are. It's very cool. This is the greatest era to be in, the golden era. So very cool. But anyways, thank you all for being here. Remember, you can find me there, arcanashores.net, and right here on Arcana Shores. YouTube, hit the like button. Also share if you like this content. But yeah, let's get into it. We will definitely see you on Thursday, and then I'll see you again on Sunday. All right, but you guys take care, and I'll see you then. Bye.